a moment. One of the questions that was asked is how long will recorded information stay in the book? Is the book saved in the reader? Actually, all the information is saved on the SD card, and the recordings are saved on the SD card as well. So as long as you haven't erased that book, then the recordings will stay within that book and passage, so you could come back a year later and that information will still be there. Same with bookmarks and highlighting options as well. When you look at the SD card, you will probably see some extra folders as you start using the study skills within the unit. So that's just something to be aware of. This is a graphic on our next slide that is just a picture of what you would see when you start the unit up. There's an open button, a delete button, and a sleep. This is now a timer button, so if you want the unit to stop after 10 minutes, for example, or 7 minutes, because you have 7 minutes before recess, you can set your timer, and then the student is able to tell everyone else when you're getting ready for recess, for example. This is also great if you have required readings of 15 to 20 minutes a day. They're able to set the timer and see how much they are able to achieve and accomplish during that time as well. And then we have our visual settings and auditory settings. I'm not going to go into the visual graphics for this, but within our visual settings we can change our line spacing, word spacings. We have different colors that you can select. We have different fonts that you can select. Within auditory settings, if there's an option in, say, a DAISY book, we are able to play the computer voice if it's a text file. If there's a human voice and text files, we can toggle between both of those. And then there's a speed option as well. And the last button on that is our information button, which gives you some information on where you can access content. So we're going to jump right in here. I wanted to now go into some information. We have some other presentations coming up that are going to go in more depth, but I want us to do some overview on how to access Bookshare. We'll go into that website. We'll go into RFB&D, which is Recording for the Blind and Dyslexic. We have some workshops on that. I also have a presentation that's happening next week on Read How You Want. Read How You Want is a service that provides accessible content, and we have a free chapter download program, as well as within Read How You Want. It's really great because they have an audio file plus the text file in DAISY format. So we are able to have the text reader read word by word with the material, and there are some free classic books that are offered every single month. So I encourage you to download those free books for your students or yourselves on a monthly basis. They always come out with new titles, and Read How You Want actually has new titles. And so there's a fee for service, but we also have a program where it's a free chapter download program and the free classics that are offered on a regular basis. I have a question on whether we'll be able to copy these slides. I will attach a little document on the side of this presentation that will give you these websites so that it's a resource page, so you don't have to copy down the slides. This presentation will be able to be accessed, and you can review it anytime you want. It will be posted to the web, and so you always can come back and take a look at these resources. Also, I wanted to let you know that we have a program with Audible, and you would go to www.audible.com/humanware, and if you've never used this, these are actors and actresses that read classic books and are able to be played on the Classmate Reader. The advantage of playing it on the Classmate Reader is that we are able to vary that playback speed, and I can engage in that text, meaning using the study features that we've built into the Classmate Reader. So this means I'm able to put in a voice note if I want to. I'm able to slow down the material if the reader is going too quickly, which I'm not able to do within other units. I also have a presentation and a project where we are able to just create our own information for free using the daisy.org plugin, and what we're able to do is take any Word document and now make it accessible through Microsoft. And I don't know whether you've heard of this before, but I think it's a great asset. So for example, if you have a test that you need your students to have access to, I'm able to add in this free plugin for Microsoft. 75% or 70% of documents are created within Microsoft, and now make it accessible. So I can create that file as a text file so that we're able to navigate that material and move forward. Also, if you have a project for students or yourselves where you are creating a book, it's a great way to have accessible material. DAISY stands for Digital Accessible Information Systems, and this is an international standard. And one of the great things that the Classmate has, and that's one of the formats that a lot of players, MP3 players, don't have, is the navigation mode. And this is particular tags and locations. And if you want more information on this, I can show you where my whole workshop is regarding downloading that material, and we'll go into that. We also have LibriVox, and LibriVox is a great website that is all free material. And then we also have Gutenberg.